viewers, and welcome to the proceedings of the IATF 2025 here at the Algiers International Exhibition Hall, Safex. So today I have the honor to host Dr. Talkmore Chidede, senior expert on digital trade at the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you, Zara, for having me.
Thank you. So let's start. What does your job as a senior digital trade expert at the Afcfta Secretariat involve? And how important is your presence here in Algiers at the IATF fair?
Thank you very much for that very important question, and it's a pleasure to be here. My role as a senior digital trade expert at the African Continental Free Trade Area is to build the capacity of the governments, African governments, to trade more with African countries, and also to support our businesses to trade within the continent. And our presence here at the IATF involves doing a lot of sensitization to share more information with the African businesses who are here to connect with other businesses across the continent, to know more about the opportunities that have been created under the Afcfta and the tools that have been developed under the Afcfta to support their participation in this one African market. Thank you.
In that context, the Afcfta team has been signing deals and doing meetings with partners since the beginning of the fair. So what are the top priorities you are advancing in IATF 2025?
In addition to the sensitization of the Afcfta, the opportunities, we are also working on fostering partnerships with relevant institutions, financial institutions, multilateral financial institutions, other relevant strategic partners who are able to support the implementation of the Afcfta and to support the African businesses as they trade under the Afcfta. So our support or partnerships with financial institutions is on how do we secure funding, how do we provide funding for African businesses, in particular the small and medium enterprises, which form over 90% of the businesses across the continent. How do we support them such that they are able to participate in this African continental market? Our partnership with other strategic partners, technical partners, is on spreading the gospel about the Afcfta, working with the businesses, equipping them with the necessary skills, be it digital skills, be it knowledge skills, and the information about the Afcfta, such that they are aware of this market, they are aware of the opportunities that have been created under the Afcfta.
So we were talking about the real platform to speed up digital trade integration in the continent.
Yes, so we have all the players within the ecosystem. We have the innovators. If you go to different platforms or different, if you go to different places, you see that we have our techpreneurs, we have our innovators who are here, we have multilateral financial institutions. And here, these are all the players that we see are necessary to enable digital trade. And for them to connect here, they are able to translate the policies that have been created under the Afcfta into action to make them a reality. That's how we see this opportunity of boosting intra-Africa trade, share knowledge, share opportunities, sharing ideas, and connecting, having strong partnerships that are necessary to boost intra-Africa digital trade.
So as an example of that, yesterday you were at a panel on fisheries and inclusive trade. What digital tools can help small producers and traders reach wider markets?
So we have different, quite a number of digital platforms that have been created with our partnership with Afrexim Bank. For example, we have the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, which enables small businesses to make payments across the border in their local currencies. And it allows the recipient, SME in another country, to also receive their payments in local currency, and this reduces significantly the cost of doing business when you do have to buy the third-party currency to enable or to execute cross-border transactions. At the African Continental Free Trade Area, we have a tool that we have created which is called the Online Non-Tariff Barrier Mechanism. This tool enables small businesses to go online to report non-tariff barriers they encounter as they are trading, and these are resolved online. They can report on their phones, and then the system will direct the query to the responsible individual or institution that will resolve those non-tariff barriers. The third tool is the tool what we call e-certificate rules of origin, e-certificate of rules of origin. So this certificate, in normal circumstances, businesses have to get a physical document from the Ministry of Trade. But here, this tool enables you to have an online certificate that you have to complete for you to trade businesses. The other tool is what we call an e-tariff book. An e-tariff book allows you as a business to go online to check what customs duties are you allowed or required to pay as you export to another country, so that you have a complete picture when you are trading what amount of tariffs. But usually this is not a worry because the African Continental Free Trade Area has removed most of over 90% of the goods that are being traded. They will not be subjected to any customs duties. And we do have any other tools. For example, in terms of accessing due diligence, we have what we call Africa Trade Gateway that we have developed together with our friends Afcfta Bank, which has different platforms where you can do e-commerce through ATEX, you can do due diligence of other businesses through a platform called Mansa, and many other tools, for example, the Trader, where you are able to know and assess the regulations that you need to comply as you are doing business across the continent. Thank
Indeed.
you.
So I think this is included in today's panel as well, the first mile to the future. Are there any new partnerships or pilot projects you can highlight?
The partnerships, or our partnership with, as you had during this conversation between our leaders, our partnership continues to be strengthened because it is one of the most important partnerships that is enabled, that has gotten us to where we are today. In terms of other partnerships, we are engaging with different financial institutions across the continent such that we can have finances that is going to be given at a preferential rate to small, medium enterprises. In terms of pilot projects, from a digital trade perspective, we are having pilot projects that we are going to start with a few countries just to test some of the tools and the e-commerce platforms that have been developed across the continent, such that we demonstrate to the world and to the continent, to the African businesses, that this is what we have been talking about and it's a reality, it's possible.
Indeed. So after everything you've seen and heard here in Algiers and your participation at the IATF 2025, what's your main takeaway about African readiness for a pan-African digital market?
I think there's a high-level optimism and a huge appetite among the African businesses to participate in this digital market that has been created. Looking at what is happening across the world, our businesses are interested in creating this first ever market that is being created for them across the continent. They will be able to trade with one another before they go outside the continent. And for us, this is critical in the sense that our small and medium enterprises are able to participate, are able to benefit from this digital market because the barriers to entry are low and the cost of doing business are being reduced significantly through the deployment of digital technology.
Thank you so much, Dr. Talkmore, Chidede, Senior Expert on Digital Trade at the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, for all your insights today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. you. And thank you, dear viewers, for joining us today. We still have more interviews coming from the International Exhibition Hall, Safex. See you in another appointment tomorrow.